What's up, y'all? It's Malls, and welcome back to the studio. Okay, so I had this idea for this video around Pokemon anniversary, the 25th. I just never really got the chance to do it. But I want to still make sure I release it because I just think it's a dope idea, and I would absolutely love to get everyone else's thoughts, and I actually would love for everyone to do their own version of it as well. But really, so what we're looking to do today is actually we're gonna rank every original 151 Pokemon in order. So basically every, now we found out it's Kanto, not Kanto. Every Kanto release in Generation 1, we're going to use a ranking system. So we're going to have it as top, the absolute God tier is rank S. And we're going to have, if it's like just really, really, really good, just maybe just a smidge under S, we're going to have that as rank A. If it's just a damn just good Pokemon, like there's really no complaints, it's just good. It doesn't wow you, but it is damn good. All right, that's rank B. Rank C is just absolute average. Like, hey, this Pokemon is okay. It's not great, but it's not good. It's not bad, but it's not. All right, so that's rank C. And then anything under rank C, I'm just considering it a fail. That's just straight up fail. That's it. It's just, they messed up. They were, I don't know what they were thinking. That's it, fail. And what we're also going to do is be ranking these Pokemon not so much on their stats. Like, I'm not going to go off like their competitive abilities because there's plenty of websites that do that already, but rather on their actual design. And just how do they make you feel when you see that Pokemon? What is it about it? What do you like about it? Why do we cling to some Pokemon like Pikachu other than others like Clefairy? Clefairy. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay. Also, just one thing too. All right, I have my phone here. This is merely just to help me in terms of having them in order or make sure I can list them in order. I know all 151 Pokemon like literally the back of my hand. I mean, I live and breathe this stuff growing up. So yeah, I know each one. I'm not missing Pokemon. I just want to make sure I'm going in exact order. That's why I have my phone for reference, just in case I get any hate comments. Okay, we're just gonna start it off. Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur's S tier. That's it. That's it. Look, I'm already starting off with controversy. Yes, Bulbasaur is S tier. I absolutely love its plant design. I love the fact that it really is like a dinosaur and is essentially with a bulb. I love the whole growth of it and how that works and how that operates. I love its little specs. I think it's cute AF. That is definitely S tier. We're starting off with a bang. Ivysaur. Okay, Ivysaur. Okay, I like Ivysaur. I like this whole line, but Ivysaur is not my favorite design of a Pokemon, but at the same time, because it's just the general evolution, actually works as an evolution. How like the plant is now starting to grow stems, all that stuff. So for that reason alone, the bulb is opening up as well. I am going to give it an A. So I'm going to give Ivysaur an A. We'll give it that. And the final Mac Daddy of them all, big old Venusaur. Yeah, Venusaur, that's another S tier. Okay, Venusaur is just an incredible looking Pokemon. I love the fact the plant on it is just fully grown out. I love the fact that it became a bamboo. I think Torterra also kind of had something similar with the whole earth on its back, but I just don't think it looks as good as freaking Venusaur, man. And I wish they did just a bit more with Venusaur, like had like different versions of it, like maybe had a pumpkin come out of it or just some different plants. But still, Venusaur's the GOAT. Absolutely love it. Also in Pokemon Stadium, it had 420 eyes, so shout out to the 420 if you know what I'm talking about. Charmander. So by grace, if I like the Bulbasaur line, I'm supposed to hate the Charmander line, but I absolutely do not. I actually like Charmander. I just think it looks a little basic. It's iconic. It's definitely iconic, but I think it's just a little basic in its design. Essentially, it just looks like a lizard standing up. So Charmander, I'm actually going to give a B. So we're going to put that in the B tier. Charmeleon, I think Charmeleon looks cool. I think Charmeleon, I like it's somewhat more angular. I like the fact that its nails are now like more pronounced. It really looks like it's starting to become like a dragon or a dinosaur. I also really love just like the tail and how all of a sudden the tail is starting to like really blow up. So Charmeleon, I am going to give an A. I'm going to give Charmeleon an A. Charizard, I'm always on the fence on, but I am going to give Charizard an A as well. I think with more and more designs have come out, I also a little bit feel like Charizard can look a little basic, but again, Charizard is iconic. It is such a dope looking Pokemon. It's one of those Pokemon when you think Pokemon, like Charizard just pops in your head. And there's a reason why there's been so many variations of it because of that. I just think, while I think the design is a little simple, I think they've done so much with it and got so creative that it like sort of recovered it. So Charizard, definitely an A. Squirtle. Okay, Squirtle, I'm sorry, Squirtle literally looks like a turtle. Sorry. I'm sorry, I can't, I love Squirtle. I love the, you know, in the anime, I love Squirtle. I like that he had his own gang, Squirtle Squad. They wear the glasses. Like, look, Squirtle is dope. But from a design, it really is just a turtle. And then it just has a squirrel, like a squirrel and a tail. So for those that don't know also, that's the whole point of Squirtle. Like, I think some people are like, oh, it squirts. No, it's a squirrel and a turtle. So look at the tail, that gives it away. Wartortle. Now Wartortle, we're getting somewhere. I think Wartortle is actually one of the coolest designed Pokemon in Gen 1. I absolutely love the ears. I'm actually a little mad they didn't do more with that, but I don't want to spoil it. But I actually love the ears. I love the design of the tail. The tail looks like water, just like in motion. It's super cool. And that's like, they took a turtle and started getting real creative with it. And that's what I appreciate about Wartortle. So I'm going to give that an A. Crap, I didn't give Squirtle a thing, didn't I? Squirtle gets a C. Blastoise. Blastoise is cool. I just was expecting to go a very different direction. Like, you saw what they were doing with Wartortle, and how they were really like going like ham and exaggerating some of the features, and all of a sudden it just randomly got cannons on its back. Like, it was almost like they stopped. They had a good thing going and they just stopped. Like, no element of that, the cannons are on a Wartortle. So it was kind of confusing why they went in that direction. While I think Blastoise is cool, you know, it kind of reminds me more like a Digimon. So Blastoise, you're also just gonna get a C. Caterpie. Caterpie's literally a caterpillar. I'm not spending a whole lot of time on this. That's an F. I'm not doing that. Metapod. Metapod is cool because it's about how you look at it. I think that was the coolest part about Metapod. So you can look at Metapod in two ways. If you look at Metapod from the left, it looks like kind of a dopey, just kind of like, oh, I'm here. And if you look at it from the right, it looks angry. And I don't think there's any Pokemon in existence that does that, where it's two different almost like versions of it depending on how you look at it. For that reason alone, S tier. That is a hella creative, and I wish more people talked about that. Butterfree is just a big ass butterfly. I'm sorry, no, C. Weedle, another one. I mean, you saw Caterpie in the really in the game first. Even in the anime, you saw Caterpie first. But so it's kind of like you saw one thing already. It's a caterpillar. Weedle is essentially a like a what do you call it? Like a millipede, essentially. Yeah, no, that's D. Sorry, Weedle's a D. Kakuna, same thing. Kakuna, basic. I'm sorry. After getting so creative with Metapod, Kakuna is just so basic. Kakuna also gets a D. No, fail. Beedrill. Now I think Beedrill is cool. Beedrill also is like a Pokemon that the more you think about it, like the scarier it is. Like Beedrill like looks like it's ready to fight on sight. It's pretty also simple, and I think that's just a big thing of the first generation of Pokemon in general. They were still figuring out what direction they want to go. Should they be more animal based? Should they be more like monster fantasy based? But I still think it's dope. I really love the its weapons that are just like ingrained on its arms. And Beedrill's actually like really tall. A lot of people don't know that. So Beedrill, we are going to give Beedrill a B. I think it's good. I actually think that's pretty solid. Pidgey, again, Pidgey, fail. I'm sorry. No, D below. Like, no, it's a bird. It's a bird. We're not gonna sit on that. Now, Pidgeotto is when things start getting creative, mainly because of the feathers and because of the whole like faux hawk thing it's going here. I actually think that's really pretty cool. It also is essentially just a big bird, but I really like the color choice that they chose for Pidgeotto. So for that alone, we're gonna give Pidgeotto at least a C. I think it's okay. Nothing extra, nothing crazy, but we'll definitely, but it's not bad, not in the slightest. And I actually like Pidgeotto's design more than Pidgeot. Pidgeot didn't do a whole lot. It's not like anything drastically changed. It essentially just got bigger and meaner looking. So I mean, for Pidgeot, I guess I'll give it a C as well. We can give Pidgeot a C. I mean, it's okay. It's too close to Pidgeotto, and because it's so close, I can give it the same ranking. I'm not gonna fail it because it's just similar. That's a dumb reason. Rattata, fail. It's a rat. Raticate, fail. It's a bigger rat. I'm not doing this. Spearow, Okay, the only thing I like about Spearow is, again, it's like color design. So I think with a lot of these like Gen 1, they're like, okay, we know it's a little closer to animals, but let's do something a little unique. You know, right? I just love the color clashing here. However, I hate that the color theme is too similar to Pidgey, like to the Pidgey line, right? So because of that, I'm just gonna give it a C. But Fiora, on the other hand, I can't stand everything about this Pokemon. I can't stand how ugly its neck looks. It looks like it has its Adam Apple is like on the back of its neck. It's absolutely disgusting. I can't stand its long ass beak. That thing looks weird. I can't stand its faux hawk. It doesn't look nearly as cool as Pidgeotto's faux hawk. I can't stand that bird. Fail. Ekans. Okay, here's the saving grace for Ekans. For those that don't know, it literally is just snake backwards. And because of that, because of the creative yet simple name, although it literally looks like a snake, we are going to give it at least a C. Now Arbok, which of course is Cobra backwards, is dope. Okay, I'm going to give definitely Arbok a B. I think that's solid. I absolutely love the face here. And if I'm not mistaken, there was some variations to that face, like in some of the games, like depending on like the sex and stuff like that. So, and then like I believe in the anime, hope I'm not making this up, but in the anime, it also like some of them had kind of like a little bit of different pattern here, and I think that's super cool. It's almost like you imagine a Cobra in real life, and imagine it on top of already looking scary as fuck. Like imagine it had like a face that just like was good. I think Arbok design is pretty cool. I'm gonna give that a solid B. Nothing crazy because it really still just looks like a snake, but I thought the design that they chose with it is pretty cool. Pikachu, there's nothing else to say.
Pikachu doesn't get as much respect as he deserves. He's the greatest.
There's nothing else to say. Go S. What do we need to spend more time on Pikachu? Pikachu's one of my favorite Pokemon. I think it's one of the coolest Pokemon ever created. There's a reason why it's the goddamn mascot. And actually, moving on to its evolution, Raichu, I actually think looks really cool too. My complaint was that Raichu didn't get more play, in the anime. You know, you kind of just, you had to, it's not like so many people had it on its own in the game. I think just the gym leader had it. So, but Raichu I think is a cool design. I don't think it's as like simple in a good way as Pikachu. Like they just went really like ham with the browns with it, and for that reason I can't give it an S tier, but I'm definitely going to give it an A. I think Raichu looks really cool on its own. I wish Raichu got more love like Pikachu. Sandshrew, I mean, it's an armadillo. It's really similar, but I actually think this Pokemon is so freaking cute. It's one of the cutest Pokemon. Also, growing up, I had a Sandshrew figure. It was my very first Pokemon figure. So for that, I have a biasness to it. I'm gonna give Sandshrew an A. I just think it's a solid choice. Also, there's an episode in the anime where the Sandshrew was like lifting weights, and it was just like Sandshrew. For that, I was like, yeah, it wins. So Sandshrew gets an A. Sandslash also, I mean, essentially it's Sandshrew going Super Saiyan. That also gets an A. Nice job. Now we start getting into like Nidoran, and of course we have, you know, Nidoran male and female. So first off, starting off with the Nidoran female, I like it. I like the Nidoran. I think the Nidoran female is cuter than the Nidoran male, but I think that's the whole point of it. I think it's a cool design. It's hard to really tell what's it literally based off of, like what animal. They combine a few things together. So I'm actually gonna give Nidoran a B. I think it's pretty cool. Nidorina, however, I just don't think it expanded Nidoran's design all that much. So for Nidorina, I gotta give Nidorina, I'll give it a C. I think it's okay. It's pretty average, nothing to write home about. Nidorino, however, I think is pretty cool. I think Nidorino is the right level of like menacing looking, like kind of scary, but at the same time like pretty cool. So they really hit that cool balance. So I'm gonna give Nidorino a solid B. And then we have, of course, Nidoqueen. I never really liked Nidoqueen. I gotta be honest. I've never liked Nidoqueen. I never really liked the design. I don't like the fact that it has like fake bras. Like like it's like they had to like show you that it's a female, so they just had to show something around like the chesticles area. Like that was questionable to me. I don't like the fact that its ear, inside the ear, has like 3 different colors. I think that's dumb. So yeah, Nidoqueen gets a fail. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for the Nidoqueen lovers, but no, we're not doing that. But now Nidoking, I think is dope. I wish Nidoking had more of a presence like in the games. I wish it was more competitive. It's one of my favorite designs and also one of my favorite typings as well, with a poison ground. So Nidoking, I'm actually going to give that an A. I think that's super solid. I think that's like, again, when I think of like Pokemon, those are some of the ones that just like jump out at you, and definitely Nidoking is there. Clefairy, I don't like Clefairy. I don't like how they sound. I don't like that they almost became the mascot of Pokemon. That was a whew. They're gonna push it, and thank goodness. I don't like his design. I don't like that it looks so similar to Jigglypuff. I think it's just a failed Jigglypuff. Clefairy, I'm sorry, you got an F, D, fail. If I say D and F, they mean the same thing, so just no confusion. It's a fail, okay? Clefable essentially is a Clefairy, but taller with random things on its back. They're not even wings. They're not even usable. They're just like pillars. They're pillars on its back. They look like they hurt. You ever see like X-Men when Angel like he was trying to like get rid of his power, and like so he cut off his wings and he had like these like nubs coming out of his back. That's what that looks like. Clefable, fail, done. Oh boy, we're moving into my line now. Okay, so Vulpix. I think Vulpix is so dope as like a starter Pokemon. I actually wish Vulpix was like one of the starter Pokemon, if anything. Like I would kind of wish Vulpix replaced Charmander, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to anger people, you know. Yes, I am. Yes, I wish Vulpix replaced Charmander for sure. I think it's so cool. I love foxes myself, so that's a bias. But I just love the idea of like having 6 tails. And if you pay attention to its design, you would actually kind of know where it's going. So if you look at Vulpix's design, it has the 6 tails on the back, but also has 3 little sort of like miniature little faux hawk things here on the top for his little afro, or hers. And that's just almost like a precursor to like what's to come, which of course we know is mother freaking Ninetales. Let me just slow down for a second and talk about my all-time favorite Pokemon, Ninetales. Okay, and now maybe I'll do another video showing my top 10, but not mother goddamn Ninetales. Mother goddamn Ninetales. Okay. It's a fox with 9 tails. It has the coolest hair. It has such a cool color. And I just love its theme. I love how majestic it looks in battle. I like that it's always just like cool, calm, and collected. Those are always like my favorite characters who had that like sort of calm demeanor, but like put in work when they have to. Ninetales is just such a beautiful Pokemon, and I just absolutely love it. It's a complete S tier for me. Ninetales, GOAT. Jigglypuff, absolutely love, A. Wigglytuff, absolutely hate, fail. Zubat, okay. You know what? I mean, there's a lot of flack on Zubat, right? You're pretty much bombarded with them. You're pretty much harassed by them when you're in the cave. So you grow up to see his design quite often because you keep running into it. But I think when I really look at Zubat, though, I actually think it is pretty cool. I love the fact that they removed the eyes and basically said, well, it's borderline blind anyway. Let's just take out the eyes. I think that's like super cool. They took out the eyes, and it just looks angry. I like Zubat. I'm actually gonna give Zubat a B. I do not like Golbat though. I don't like Golbat. Now, spoiler alert, Crobat is my second favorite Pokemon. So I absolutely love the third. I love Crobat, but Golbat is so freaking hideous. It's so freaking hideous. The big ass mouth, it's just a huge ass void. Like what the fuck, what can you fit in there? Everything. Your whole stimulus check could fit in that goddamn mouth. It's nasty. I hate its little feet. Why do its feet go from long, just like, okay, this is straightforward, to these freaking like parentheses symbols? Like what are its feet? I hate everything about this design. Fail. Oddish, I don't have a whole lot to say about Oddish. I think Oddish is cool. I love the fact that its top little leaf like bends a little bit. It's just like the little details for me. I think it's cute. I give Oddish a B. That's a B. Gloom, absolutely hate, F, fail. I'm not digging into that. It's disgusting. It's literally slobbering. For those that don't know me, I have a real like issue with like slob and spit. Like that kind of like really like irks me. That's definitely my like skeeve. So the fact that it's always drooling, hell no, done. Vileplume, I think is cool. Vileplume, for those that don't know, is based off a very specific plant, and this plant has a horrendous smell. That's what it's known for. I've actually always wanted to see this plant in real life. Don't ask me why. I think Vileplume's design is pretty good, similar to Oddish. I'm gonna give it a B. I think it's solid. Paris, Paris is okay. From a design wise, I don't like Paris, but from a detail wise, I think Paris is super cool. So for those that don't know, Paris is basically like a crab insect. However, the mushrooms on its back is essentially taking over. So it's losing this battle to the mushrooms. Think of like Last of Us and like the spores, right? So, and that's the whole idea of it. So the concept is pretty cool. And because of the concept, it saves it. And actually, that's why I'm going to give it A. Literally because the concept is so cool, especially going to Parasect. Due to the concept and what it did and how it transforms, the fact that you can't see its eyes anymore and like it's just the quadriceps, the mushroom has one, that is S tier. I just think that's so creative. It brought like a whole Animal Planet Discovery Channel, you know, basically breakdown to a Pokemon, and for that you get my credit and my respect. S tier for sure for Parasect. Venonat, I don't like its fur. I think it's supposed to represent like a furry caterpillar, and those are so disgusting to me. So I need to get my biases out of here. I just think that's so disgusting. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it sounds. I can't stand anything about it. F. Venomoth, same. You didn't add a whole lot to the table. I don't like it. I don't like its design. I don't like the color it chose. F. I'm done. Diglett. Diglett is so simple that I have to give it a good grade. It's so straightforward. It is literally just a line. It's just a little nub, and it has a little mouth on its nub. But again, it's like concept, right? Because we don't know, at the end of the day, we don't know what's under Diglett. We don't know how deep it goes. We don't know how big it is. We just don't know anything about Diglett. But what we do know is that it can dig through the ground stupid fast. So it leads you to believe that like there's still so much going under it, which because the fact that it leaves things open to the imagination, Diglett gets an A. Dugtrio, however, I think is the most lazy evolution that they've ever done. It is so freaking lazy, and for that it gets an F. No, you're not gonna just say, oh, it's just 2 more Diglett and it becomes a new Pokemon. No, it's 3 Diglett. It's not a Dugtrio. That failed. Meowth is cool. Meowth also has a lot of actual like folklore with the cat. For those who don't know, it's the cat that has the hand that kind of goes like this. It's supposed to bring good wealth. That's the reason why it has the payday. Again, concept is super cool, and for that it gets an A. Persian literally looks just like a cat, but it's a cool looking cat. I actually love the fact that they put the diamond in the middle of it. Again, it's concept here versus design, and for that the concept saved it. Gets a C. Psyduck. Okay, Psyduck just looks like it's in pain. I just want its headache to get better. I also just think it's a really dumb concept. I don't like its design either. Psyduck unfortunately gets a fail for me. It's out. Golduck, however, saved it. The problem with Golduck is I feel like Golduck should have been a whole separate Pokemon. The fact that the color completely changes upon evolution, the fact that all of a sudden that little diamond comes out of nowhere, like why wasn't that diamond or something akin to the diamond prevalent in Psyduck? It just like Golduck is a whole different Pokemon, and they're just like, you know what? We created 2 ducks. Oh, there must be an evolution of sort. No, you tried it, but I do like Golduck's design. I love the web feet. I'll give it a C. Golduck gets a C. It's okay. You know, it's okay. It saved its predecessor a little bit, but so much more could have been done. Mankey, I think, is super cool. It's a monkey Pokemon. I absolutely love how active it is. I love the fact that it's in like fighting stance at all time. Like it's really on site. Like it's the definition. For that, Mankey definitely gets an A. Although Primate, I never really liked Primate. I think they started going in a different direction. It still has monkey elements, but it like lost it. Like the tail like kind of disappeared, and then like the feet got really big. And then also it just looks too similar to Mankey. Also, it just like all of a sudden his legs just became very dark. But I can't exactly fail it though, because it is still, it's close enough to Mankey. That's a hard one. You know what? For Primeape is a C. I can't fail it, but I'm definitely not going to give it a passing grade. So Primeape definitely gets a C.